Setting up object is important. I bought these glasses when I was there in Venice. Then this door. This colorful door will bring nice touch into the painting. Then this wine. This is wonderful white wine. And the mask. Without this, you cannot talk about Venice. The key holder is from an old famous hotel, the Daniel. Let me pour this wine now. You see, this fruity white wine from northern Italy. You can't do a painting about Venice without it. Good wine. Great. Let me put Campari there. Okay, so this is ready. I think I can start drawing here. Okay. The first rule, I have to say Leonardo da Vinci. When I see his drawing, hand drawing, I guess, it was beautiful. I was just shocked. So I couldn't move. So that's the first drawing I saw. Over the years, I saw many photos of Michelangelo's work, and I wanted to see his real work for a long time. This Pieta was the very first Michelangelo I saw.
To create, the artist must first imagine. He must travel in his mind, travel on the ground, go on where others would stop, to find true inspiration. From the first stroke, the artist commits to permanency. Concept is catapulted into creation in the search for perfection.
I usually start with the main object. In this case, this gorgeous liquor glass. So I begin like this, making the sharp first, using thin lines, because I might change it later.
Line after carefully crafted line come together to create perspective, form, and identity. Inspired by Rembrandt and Michelangelo amongst other masters, Nobu Haihara understands that power rests not only in the whole picture, but in the independent details that it's composed of.
The drawing is very important, especially for my style. Here, I'm just finishing off the Venetian liquor glass. If you guys want to be an artist, I suggest you to spend a lot of time on drawings. And I do actually draw probably 20-30 a week at least, just for the practice. So I don't know how many per year or so. I've probably done more than a couple of thousand drawings in my lifetime. So that's how important drawing is.
Though seemingly casual, like masters before him, the delights are in the details. The sharpness of the glass, the coldness of the ice are transformed into visual poetry, sliding over the mind of the viewer and settling in like sweet music.
I spend plenty of time in details because this is going to be the base of my painting. Here's the hand of the doll. This unique doll is interesting to paint because the material of this costume has rich texture. People ask me why you paint, what inspires you. Why I paint, what inspires me. When I see something or have an encounter that moves me, opening good wine, going to the town I never visited before, see something so beautiful. It can be anything. I want to respond in some way. In my case, that is painting.
Whether with watercolors or realistic oil paintings, the brush of Nobu Haihara seeks to distill the light and texture of a day, a scene, or of a single moment onto his chosen canvas.
All those colors may look like a solid color, but there are layers of colors hiding in under layers to create the depths. A color that may look like white is not really white. It may have a touch of yellow, red, or green. And some dark color looks black because of the colors surrounding it.
Each of Nobu Haihara's superrealisms is a quiet meditation on detail, depth, and time, folded into a single bright frame.
As long as I remember, I was painting or drawing all the time, so I never thought about it become an artist, or it's just natural to me, I guess. When I work on the detail, I have to hold my breath. The final stage of the painting. I usually do levels at the end because they are a bit complicated. Then the highlights. That gives the object more texture and depth. I know the painting is complete when I can taste the wine, feel the cold surface of the crystal, smell the roses, and in this painting, bring back the feeling of being in Venice.
Behind the circles, the cylinders, and the lines lies the drama of the scene, the dance that preceded the drinks, the wager before the game. The superrealism invites the viewer to speculate on what was, what might have been, and what's yet to come.
Well, some things are harder than the others, but more importantly, I have to be attracted to the object, whether a person, landscapes, still lifes, or just beauty of the shape. I have to fall in love with it. And when I'm in love, difficulty becomes challenge.
Haihara's superrealisms are not so much a mere still life, but rather a pivotal moment suspended in time. A glass might be just a glass, but when from it is drunk the last martini a man will drink, before asking for his girlfriend's hand in marriage, then the glass takes on a completely different quality. With oil on canvas, layer upon layer of thick to thin paint, dark to light tone, mark the essence, and the weight of the moment is given body and realized. By the time a superrealism is finished, a portion of a relationship is made real, a story in one frame, and an epic of emotion.
I like to share joy and excitement with my audience. If my painting found one person who would be touched and smiled, that would be my success.
For Nobu Haihara, art is the obsession, and the passion is conveyed as much in miniature brushstrokes as it is in the final product. No part of it is less important than any other. No part receives less attention than any other. If a photograph speaks 1,000 words, the superrealisms of Nobu Haihara are capable of saying volumes more. In silence, in subtlety, in the raised voice of bright and vibrant colors, they catalogue voyages of the heart as bold as any ever sailed across the sea.
My name is Nobu Haihara. I am an artist.